Hello everybody. Yeah, so today I got the 2015 impression cake. I haven't tried this one yet. This is brand new. I haven't broken into it yet. I'm gonna do that now. Yeah, and just 7.5 grams in my clay pot here. I'm really interested in how this relates to the 2017 and the 2018 and all the rest of them. 2015 is a little bit younger than the 12. But I believe it's the same blend, if I'm not mistaken.
There, in the time print. I think I found one. Such a cool one. Really?
Okay, that should be enough. It's probably way too much. I always break off way too much. Oh wow, look at my hair. That bald spot. I don't pretty up for videos. I just do them.
Toby, don't start. This has been coming for a long time. Spend the weekend. I'm fine. You're a good kid, Toby. But there's so much of her in you, it scares the hell out of me. This sad sack thing that comes up for you, you better find a way to get a handle on it. This crap simply will not fly when you're grown.
Okay. Need a little bit more. And then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Look, it's a funny story. Yeah, so 7.5 grams. We'll quickly just wrap all this up here. I haven't done a video in a few days now. It's actually almost over a week. I guess I did do some videos a week ago, but I haven't posted them yet. So I should go back and see what videos I have. Just make sure that I post all the ones that I was planning on posting. I think some of them got messed up just from like household drama and stuff like that. So I figured it's better not to post them.
Oh, right. He'll be right out.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Usually I warm up my teapot first and everything, but
This is gonna be so heavy.
I don't want to run out of water halfway through. I always end up running out of water. And I go get more and heat it up.
So the new squeaker? Oh, you're good, man. Your parents' dream. Great age, good manners, no idea how to.
I'll warm it up a little bit here. Okay.
I'm Randall. And this is Kevin, my brother.
Quick wash.
And that's Sophie.
Come in. Randall, give me a hug. It's so good to finally meet you. Allison, they're here.
We're having our Thanksgiving dinner today. So today it's the 11th of October.
You look amazing.
So do you.
And we're having some family and friends coming over, so kind of excited for that.
Hello there, Randall. Thanks so much.
It's weird, eh? Interesting, anyways. Not weird. It almost had like a spiciness to it.
I'm Randall Pearson, and I'm running for councilman for the 12th district. Say, can we get a round of applause for Doris and Al's hospitality and the best damn ribs I've ever had?
So I got some feedback from my video, steaming an iron cake. There were some people who thought it was offensive to suggest that we should put cakes in a steamer. because it wrecks the tea, wrecks the microorganisms, which of course it's going to wreck the microorganisms. It's not going to age. any longer. But essentially that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you like that tea the way it is, you steam it, you kill all the microorganisms, it's not going to change anymore. It's going to be like that. It'll be like that for the rest of its life, which will be about a year before it starts going stale. Because that's what regular tea does. You buy green tea with no microorganisms, it doesn't age, it goes stale. Same as most oolongs and stuff like that. Some of them stay alive. Ball rolled oolongs, and they'll age nicely. This is different. It's got a very mild flavor. Maybe not much going on.
Get to the point, Pearson. Okay. You all have been under the same leadership for a very long time.
I think 2015 is like one of those ages where it's like, you know, it's only been 4 years, so we're at that age where it's like it's old enough to change quite a bit, but it's not old enough to change into something. I think that happens with a lot of teas where it just gets to this area where it's just kind of weird and kind of docile. It does have a slight fruitiness to it, but not much bitterness, not much fruitiness. It's very light in flavor. Kind of like peach juice. But anyways, yeah, so my video steaming an iron cake. Some people said that, oh, why steam it? Why steam it? Well, why not steam it? I personally, I use a pick. I like to have stuff in storage for a long time, for as long as I can, and I like to collect teas. So yeah, I'll use a pick. I wasn't suggesting that anybody do it this way. I was suggested that I should make a video on it, and a lot of people were saying that the video that I should make is steaming one open. Because my original idea was, for video purposes only, was to open one with a crossbow. And I thought that'd be fun, but more practical would be to open one by steaming it, which is what a lot of people actually do. But once again, you know, if you're throwing a cake in a steamer, you're killing all the microorganisms. There's no enzymes left for it to age. You are freezing it in that state. I didn't quite say that in the video, but I did say that this is good for if you want to drink it now and you want it as a daily drinker, because a tea is not going to change in 6-7 months. The change would be negligible. The only change you're going to have is if you know, your tea is going downhill. It like really gets dried out, and it has that dried out taste. Or on the other side of it, it gets moldy. Or if it picks up scent from, I don't know, your wife's soap and candle making business. Now everything tastes like perfume or something, right? So the only time it's going to change within that long is for the worse.
Right now I'm waiting for that letter. I have to be home at 4.
No, I'm saying you're like seriously now.
So second steep, yeah, we're getting a lot more flavor. I want to quickly grab a different cup.
It pays the gas bill. Let's be honest, it pays half the gas bill.
Well, you're amazing. So.
Here's the thing. When sad things happen to me, I tend to shut music off. What sad things have happened to me? Which is why I'm rarely singing at the random. Fits and starts.
Put Darth Vader off in the corner here.
Little things they happen.
There we go.
Thank you.
This will be steep number 3. Also, there's people saying that you should never wash your teaware with bleach. I'd like to challenge anybody to tell me why you can't wash glass, porcelain, ceramic, these kind of things, non-porous teaware with bleach. Somebody also told me on Facebook not to use bleach, but to use baking soda. So I tried using baking soda. Baking soda does not work to clean anything. Maybe it does, but not like bleach does. Maybe I'll do a video of that next. I put like 2 tablespoons in this thing, which always gets a really dark brown stain on the bottom. A little bit of residue that just gets baked on from daily use, and from sitting on the tray on the bottom. Put a tablespoon of baking soda in there with some hot water. Let it sit for like 20 minutes. Rinse it out. Nothing. I gotta try and get a cloth in there and buff that out, which it'll work like that, but that'll also work if I use boiling water, wash everything with boiling water, and then quickly buff it with some paper towel, which is usually abrasive enough to for it to work.
My dad suffered as well.
But it doesn't work like bleach does. Bleach, you use like a good splash of bleach in a sink full of water. And yeah, you should use gloves for this because I don't use gloves all the time. My hands smell like bleach. My hands soak up the smell of bleach. I can smell it later, especially when you're brewing tea later. Every sip you take, you can smell bleach. But yeah, you do that. You put all your teaware in the sink full of bleach water, and not even a minute later, everything is crystal clear. You don't have to scrub it, nothing. The bleach just like makes everything come off of it. Instantly washes it. And if you have a lot of teaware that's stained and stuff like that, and you don't want to sit there buffing everything for like hours on end, just take a big bowl, put it all in there, put a little bit of bleach in it. Don't put any porous clay in there. That's probably not a good idea. Which I think you could still do that in extreme cases where you left some tea leaves in there and it's full of mold. You can't wash mold out of porous surfaces. It's always gonna have that mold smell. So in order to peel that out of there, I think bleach would work perfectly. You fill it up with hot water with a tablespoon of bleach, let it soak for an hour or 2. Rinse it out many, many, many times. Let it sit, rinse it out many, many times. Use hot water, rinse it. And eventually you'll be able to use it again. You'll rinse that bleach out of there, no problem. Well, not no problem. It'll probably be a lot harder than washing it off a glass. But it would still work.
Did you explain it to him? I started explaining that he was so close to my hair. And do I really want to spend my time trying to explain that it's like to be black too? Movie star. Sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I'm going to say this tea doesn't actually have much going on. For what I like in tea, and that's very important, is to note that tea is very subjective. For what I like in tea, I like to have more aggressive bitterness, more sweetness, fruitiness, astringency. I like it to have a strong chi, which this one has. I can feel this already. It's got some energy to it. There's not much going on, so I'm going to attribute to this to it just being in a weird stage of its development, where it's not quite new and it's not quite old and it's stuck somewhere in between. It has a little bit of a peach flavor, very, very subtle, very little bit of astringency, bitterness, but no discernible flavor, right? I feel like I'm drinking like hot liquid, which is what it is.
Blind loyalty, the better way.
I'm going to push it a little bit and see if I can squeeze something discernible out of it. Maybe that's just my palate today, so I could drink it another day and be like, "Wow, this is completely different than last time I tried it." Which will happen sometimes when I drink tea. It has been in the plastic bag that it came in this whole time. You know, the Yunnan Sourcing logo on the front. It's got like the sticker of what it says on it in the Ziploc bag. And I actually had all of my teas in Ziploc bags, and I noticed they were all tasting very flat. Because I tasted them 3 days before I put them in the bag. I tasted them 3 days after, and it's like, wow, this is getting really flat. Lost all of its flavor, all of its discernible flavors. It's just gone now. And then I took them all out of the bags and started tasting them again, and they all tasted lively again.
Sat down, we broke bread together, and 15 years later, we still here.
Maybe that just has something to do with the airflow. There's not enough airflow to keep things active. Everything goes stale for the time being until you open it up. Let it air out. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know much about the chemistry of what's going on there. So yeah, back to the other topic, steaming an iron cake. I don't know why it's offensive to say something like that. There's a bunch of people on Facebook, they're getting upset with me and like, why would you even do that? You shouldn't be recommended. This is just bad information. And you know, personally, I didn't use the whole chunk. I used about 100-gram chunk off of the cake, which is obvious. I didn't use the whole chunk. And I did state in the video that this is good for if you're drinking it now. I didn't say this would be perfect to break it all up for long-term aging and have it age quicker or something. It's not the purpose of steaming a cake to break it apart. It's because you want to drink it every goddamn day. That's the end of my rant anyways. I personally like to use a pick. I've never used the pliers. I would like to get a pair. Somebody told me to do a review on them. I don't even know where to buy a pair of pliers. Pliers. But try this. Even pushing it a little bit, it's like it's got something there, but it's hiding. I think this would be a good tea to put away for a while. Maybe not good for drinking now. Maybe good for drinking in 10 years, I don't know. Maybe it stayed in the bag for too long, now it's stale. Needs to air out. There's that too. Maybe it's just too close to winter and it's cold outside and I should be drinking Pu-erh right now. And lately I've been drinking the Year of the Dog. I'll do a review on that one. I really like it. Super creamy. And you know, I think I go through stages where I don't like Pu-erh. And stages that I kind of lean on it more. Actually, I tried putting cream in it, some heavy cream in Pu-erh, and it made it like so good. I don't know. I drank like almost like a quarter of a cup of cream because I'm brewing it gong fu style. But then I had the cream next to here. I pour it right into the chahai, the cream, and you think it's creamy then. It's creamy when you add some cream. Really nice. I only did that once anyways. So this is my pot that I have dedicated for Pu-erh. I don't believe this is a genuine Yixing clay. Actually, I don't know if you can see inside of there. It looks like
I know you come a long way. I'm sorry I don't have the answer to that. But in my experience,
you can't really see, but it looks like what people would describe as slip cast. Like you can tell it's been turned on a wheel, and you can't do that with Yixing clay. This one, on the other hand, it's got all of like the marks all the way around. Like you can tell somebody like had something in there, like scraping it to like pull it up, using like little tools and stuff like that, which I think is more characteristic of a Yixing clay. I was gonna count my steeps, but I don't know. I'm not gonna do that.
And I was determined to not have an accent because that's what we start at a new school. So I studied every American TV show, repeated.
This tea's making me feel very warm. Make me feel good. I like it. just warming up the water here.
who's human. I started entering every room saying, Lucy, I'm home. But you showed me that was even better.
Maybe I should still do that video. Shooting an iron cake with a crossbow. It'd probably deflect it. I still can't believe somebody was getting all mad at me about steaming an iron cake. I'm like jammed in about it. It's like, why does it even matter so much that you want to take your time out of social media to like bash me for steaming tea? It's like, that's the wrong way to make tea.
You got me a pillowcase.
Maybe I should add this to the Yunnan Sourcing fans Facebook page under Pu-erh police. the Pu-erh police came and arrested me for steaming an iron cake
And today,
apart.
at a gas station, the clerk was racist.
You're kidding. What'd she say to you?
She didn't say anything, but she assumed.
And I have been drinking that,
she was sharp with me because
you know, that material that I steamed apart. And it tastes way better after it's been steamed apart than after it's been broken apart, because it's such tight material that when you break it, it just crumbles. And there's no whole leaf material unless you can break off a big chunk, which is nearly impossible to do. Using this thing wasn't too bad, but still, like, it just, everything shatters. It's so tight.
You know, when I was 3 years old, my mom sang me
People saying, "Oh, my friend did that.
music here before
He steamed a cake and he broke it apart.
music was.
Then he put it in a jar. And it went moldy on him."
And I put it inside
And I'm thinking,
lots of times.
why would you take something that you steamed and it's all wet, and you put it in a jar? Apparently he let it dry out for a couple hours, he said. But yeah, he put it in a jar, and yeah, it went moldy on him. So yeah, this is bad advice, because, you know, your tea's just gonna go moldy on you. Well, who does that? Who puts a bunch of water on tea and then puts it, seals it to use it later?
Because music has always represented this.
I don't know. Seems like common sense to put it in like something breathable.
Walk right in and let
Especially since doesn't Pu-erh have some sort of water content in it already? And it's considered generally a bad idea to try and seal it. Mm. But after that, I was like, I don't even want to make videos. You know, social media gets like, get all jammed into about shit. It's like, fuck them. I like the videos. I like making them. Gives me something to do while I drink tea. And nobody else wants to hear about my tea. There's some people on YouTube that I'm sure will watch these. And yeah, I wouldn't say that I won't recommend this tea. I'm just saying it's not doing much for me right now, flavor wise. But it probably needs some time to sit in storage and whatever else. It's 4 years old. Like I said, it's probably stuck in between being old and being new. 3, 4, 5 more years might turn into something really, really exciting. Probably somewhat similar to the 2012 is now. Because that 2012 is just amazing. I think that's my favorite tea now. Other than all the other teas that I say my favorite. But anyways, I think I'm gonna cut the video. Finish this tea. And yeah, just drink. Get ready for Thanksgiving dinner. I gotta go burn a bunch of old stuff. Get ready to have a fire outside. Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Yeah, if you like the videos, like them. If not, don't like them. Dislike them. Yeah, thanks for watching.